Second part of my summertime's good vibes and dating season video session. If y'all didn't catch out the first one, check it out right here or whatever. You'll see it on the screen. But in today's video, I'm gonna talk about some physical cues that the guy that you're on a date with truly not invested in his date and most likely not interested in you. Don't waste your time. It is summertime, yo. I don't have to sing the summertime song again. You understand how I feel about the summer. I was born in the summer. There is no time to waste because there's something weird about the summer that it flies by in the blink of an eye. I don't understand why. It's one of the best times of the year, in my opinion, the best time of the year. But it goes so quickly. So we don't have time to waste. We don't have time to waste on these dates either, right? So I'm gonna give you these cues, these physical cues that you need to pay attention to. Because if these things are happening and you're on a date with this guy, most likely you just need to get out. Exit left. And you know I created this channel for my two nieces. So when they become of age, they will understand this a little bit more. Men, a little bit more. So I don't want them going on these dates with these guys and they just playing around or not really serious or they just want something. So I love doing this for all y'all, man. So let's get straight into it, man. But before I start, make sure you subscribe to your guy, Sealz the Man. Follow me, like, comment, and tell me what you think in the comment section below. Let's get straight into it, man. The first thing, the obvious thing, is if this guy is not making eye contact with you, if he's looking at everything else in the room, in the restaurant, in the park, but you, then he is not present with you. There's a thing about being present. Remember that thing we used to say back in the school and the teacher would call our name, we would say absent, present. If the guy's not making eye contact with you throughout this process, throughout this date, this moment, he is not present with you. He is absent. Let me tell you this. When a man, forget a guy, forget a dude, forget a grown-sized boy, when a man is interested in you, trust and believe he is going to make infinite eye contact with you. Like, we all know when someone's interested in us, but men are even amplified with that. They want you to know they're interested in you. So eye contact is the first thing and the thing that lasts the longest. So if you're on a date with someone, don't overthink it. Feel it. Look at him. If he's not making eye contact with you, that is a red flag. Something's off. But overall, he's not there. Eye contact is a thing of presence. It shows that he is present. It shows that you are present. That's why when your parents used to tell you things and they used to scold you for whatever mistake you did, they would say, look at me when I'm talking to you. Because it shows that you are paying attention. It shows that you are here with them. It shows that you are present. Let's go to the next thing. His posture is all whack. All out of whack. He has the posture of a cooked noodle. You remember those little bouncy slings that we used to push down the stairs and it would go like this? That's his posture when he is not serious about you or this date. Because there's something physically interesting about posture. Posture tells a story. The funny thing about interest is that when someone is interested, their posture automatically starts to straighten out. And I'm not saying this person has to have the best posture in the world, because trust and believe, I'll be slumping all day. And I have to remind myself, Sealz, fix your posture. You don't want to grow up with a crooked back like the humpback of Notre Dame. We don't want that. But when you're interested in something, it straightens out your back. And as a man, our chest is our most dominant and face-fronting body part. We like to show our chest, especially when we're trying to show our manhood or trying to show that our presence. You'll even see this in the animal kingdom with gorillas. When they're ready to fight, their chest is the first thing to come out. But their posture is apparent, it's evident. That is because I'm interested in what you're saying. I'm interested in you. It's a different story when his posture's like this. Look at me. My neck bone is going this way. My spine is going this way. My arm over here. Like, what's going on? I want to be straight here because I'm going to be straight for you. Everything got to be straight, strong. You know what I'm saying? Firm. I like you. All right, let's go to the next thing. This is an obvious sign that this guy is not interested in you, this date. He's not serious about this. Stop wasting your time. Exit left. If he is nasty, if he starts to do nasty things, I'm talking about itching, digging, scratching, that too, burping. No real man is going to do something nasty to embarrass himself, to devalue himself, to make you think any less of himself because of his actions. No real man is going to do that. First of all, that's nasty. Second of all, that's nasty. And believe me when I tell you, there's people out there going on dates doing these nasty things. They're not serious about her or this date. And they think it's okay to be nasty. No one's going to be nasty and do these degrading, disgusting things if they have respect for the person on the other side of the table of them, that's sitting across from them. It's common sense. But you'll be surprised how many times this happens. And also, if he's doing these things, there's no telling what he has. And that goes for men to women too. If she's doing these things, there's no telling what she has. Because you shouldn't be digging if you ain't dirty. You shouldn't be burping like this if you're taking care of yourself and your stomach and your gastric systems. Like, you get me? Let's have respect for each other. If that person across from you does not have respect for you, then they are not serious about you. Let's go to the next thing. I touched on this on the first part of this series, is that this person is a phone magnet. They always find an excuse to go on their phone. Or you always see them looking down and doing something. They're not looking at you, or they're not engaging in conversation with you. They're like, yeah. Or they walk off somewhere and now they're on the phone talking when they're supposed to be here and present with you. Now I understand there are some emergency things that maybe you have kids and you have to have your phone on and make sure everything's okay in case something happens. That's a whole different story. But we know the difference between that and someone who is just on their phone for whatever reason, for the heck of it. And it's even worse. This is even worse. When you see someone sneaking on their phone. I've seen dates, like I love people watching, right? People watching is like one of the greatest things to do, in my opinion. Like, you learn so much about people, just people watching, right? And I remember one time I saw this couple. They looked like a new date, like a new couple, like they were dating for the first time or something. And the guy, first of all, he was on his phone underneath the table, and then he got up, excused himself, and then he went to the bathroom, but I could see the table in the bathroom, right? So he went to the bathroom behind the walls where she could see him, and he was on the phone. And his mannerisms, the way he was like moving, was like he was talking to a whole nother girl. He was like, he was doing this. He was doing the kissing sign. I'm like, bro, this dude talking to a whole nother woman, And then he goes back to the table. And he still looks at his phone while she's talking, or while she goes, or looks away, or while she looks in her back. Like, it was crazy to watch, man. So if you're on a date with someone and they are putting more energy into their phone than they are with you, tell them to go out on a date with that phone or the person on that phone. Stop wasting your time and leave that situation. Let's respect ourselves too. If someone cannot show you respect, respect yourself enough to leave the table, leave the disrespect. And this is another thing, right? Every date is not going to go perfect. You're going out on this date because you're trying to get to know a person. And most times you're going to realize this person is not compatible. And that's totally okay. Because it's better to recognize that than to be forced in a relationship with someone that you knew was not compatible, but you felt like you needed them. So it is okay to leave. Simple. Let's go to the next one. And this is especially for the women out there, especially for the younger women, I would say too. Because younger women can be naive. Younger men too, of course, but of course I'm talking about women in this video. Whenever you feel like a dude is rushing the conversation, like he's dictating the conversation to a specific result for him, and these conversations tend to lead to results for him so that he can get something from you, rather than the conversation leading to results of him getting to know you, and vice versa, take note of that. Pay attention to that. If you are in a conversation with a dude and it's constantly being rushed, like you'll say something, right? Express yourself, and he'll be like, yeah. So like, what you doing tonight? Like he's trying to rush you for his gain, or rush you to bring you home, or rushing you to go back to his car or somewhere private. And he is literally dictating and diverting away from what you're trying to do with this conversation, which is to get to know him. Take note of that. And this is even for your safety. Don't get so lost in your excitement for this date that you get blinded by it, because rushed conversations are never good. That means they are trying to rush to something else, and he's not interested in the current conversation. He's trying to take this somewhere else. So please be careful. If you start getting frustrated on how this dude is conversing with you, there's a reason for that. And just know you don't have to force yourself or let anyone else force you into anything that you don't want, that you're not comfortable with, and ultimately don't need. This one is kind of crazy too, because I've seen it happen before my own eyes, and I was like, bro, what is going on? When he is flirting with other women, like with the waitress right in front of you, with another woman next to y'all. When he is flirting with other women, unless y'all into that swinger lifestyle, and I ain't touching that. No judgment, I'm just saying, but that's a whole nother world that But unless y'all into that lifestyle, a real man is not gonna flirt with another woman in front of you. Do I really need to explain that? No, right? That's common sense, right? But it happens. It does. The last thing, the last cue that this guy that you're on a date with, on your summer date, is when you're on a one-way street. Now, what do I mean by that? He has a lack of engagement. You're the only one talking. You're the only one initiating conversation. You're the only one asking questions. There's an unbalanced energy. You're giving him good energy, he's not giving it back to you. His verbal presence, his physical presence, how he's acting, how he's moving, the way he looks at you is all lacking. And you feel like you're exerting yourself to this person and you're not getting anything back. I'm gonna help you here. Get out. End this. Once you go home, delete it. Delete the thread, delete the contact. Do what you need to do and however you do it. But just know it's over. Because one thing I'll never understand is a person initiating a date with you, saying they want to meet you, taking you out somewhere, and then when you finally get to the moment that y'all been supposedly waiting for, his body shows up, but he doesn't show up. All that energy, all those words he was saying in the texting and in the calling and in the FaceTiming is suddenly not here. What happened? But guess what? I am not a mystery detective, and neither do I want to be. And I am not going to waste my time trying to figure out why you're acting like this. I may ask you like, hey, anything wrong? And if the person tells you, oh no, nothing's wrong, then I'm going to take that and move accordingly. If you are on a one-way street, drive off of it. We don't have time to waste. It's the summertime, all right? So y'all make sure y'all out there, if y'all dating or on dates or meeting new people, being social, because the energy is alive and amazing, because it's summer, the best season ever. Y'all can fight me about that. I just want y'all to not waste y'all time. So if you know anybody that can benefit from this video, send it to them. And let's make this the best summer we possibly can. All right, this your guy Sealz the Man with another good vibes, good energy video. I'm just happy it's summer, man. So I want y'all to have a good one. And I will see y'all in my next video. Thank you for watching my videos. Peace and blessings. Goodbye.